Hello, Brian here. Welcome to the next video in our Haas certification series. In this video, we're going to talk about keeping you safe as you work around your Haas CNC mill. We'll cover general safety concepts, including door interlock systems, the e-stop button, the electrical cabinet, warning labels and decals, personal protection equipment, and safe housekeeping. While these machines are safe to operate if you follow the proper guidelines, all CNC machines present hazards. Always be aware of your surroundings when working on or near a CNC machine. Your shirt sleeve or your hair can easily be caught in a rotating spindle. As the table and spindle move, understand that the machine will not stop if your hand, arm, or leg is inside the machine. You will be crushed, resulting in serious injury. The #1 cause of injuries in a machine shop is inattention. Not paying attention to your surroundings is the best way to get hurt. Always follow the safety precautions that we discuss here, as well as any required by your supervisor. Now let's start at the front of the machine and take a look at some of the things that you'll commonly use. Here at the side of the pendant is the run setup switch. Alert your supervisor if you find the machine in setup mode, and do not proceed until it has been switched to run mode. Now there are many different ways to stop a machine. The reset button stops a program and returns it back to the first line. The feed hold button stops all axis movement, but the spindle continues to turn. But the button we want to focus on today is the emergency stop button. The emergency stop button, or e-stop for short, immediately stops all machine motion no matter what the machine was doing at that time. When e-stop is pushed, the machine is placed in a safe state where automatic motion cannot occur. If you or anyone else has to do work on the machine, the e-stop button should always be engaged. If the machine looks like it's about to crash, or worse yet, has already crashed, immediately press e-stop. Now let's talk about doors and windows. Nearly all CNC machines are fitted with door interlock systems that lock the enclosure doors anytime the machine is running. Never attempt to bypass a door interlock system. Do not try to open the doors when the machine is running. Now the doors will unlock automatically for 2 reasons. #1, when a program is finished running, and #2, when e-stop is pressed. Speaking of windows, many machines have side windows that allow access to the machine in case maintenance or repair is needed. These windows are heavy, and if they're not properly latched, can fall suddenly. Keep your hands away from this area. Now let's come around to the back of the machine. The electrical cabinet, or control cabinet, is where the incoming power is converted into the voltage that your machine needs. There are dangerously high voltages inside this cabinet. Do not open the control cabinet, period. Every CNC machine uses compressed air, which is managed here in the air lube cabinet. Your incoming air supply connects here under this cabinet. Do not open the air lube cabinet. If you feel something is not working properly in either the control or the air lube cabinet, contact your supervisor. The coolant tank is usually behind or off to the side of the machine. Coolant spills can be extremely slippery. If you see a spill, clean it up immediately. Now to the inside of the machine. Many CNC machines are equipped with an auger or a conveyor system to move chips out of the enclosure. Make sure to always steer clear of the auger shaft or conveyor belt, both inside the machine and where they exit the machine. Never stick your hands anywhere near where these systems are rotating. Catching a finger or a hand there will almost certainly result in injury. While we're here, let's talk about chips. CNC machines cut metal. The result is what we call chips. These can be very hazardous pieces of metal. Be mindful of chips anytime you're working near the conveyor or auger, handling parts, or when you're cleaning the machine. They are often razor sharp and can cut your skin before you know what happened. When you're working inside the machine enclosure, like when you're loading or unloading parts, be careful not to brush your hand or arm against a tool in the spindle. Tool cutting edges are razor sharp. This is an easy way to get injured. Never use your fingers to check if a tool is sharp, and do not handle tools on the cutting edge. If you're leaning in to check a part in a vise, be very careful not to rest your hand on the spindle head. The tool release button right here can be accidentally pressed, which immediately releases the tool from the spindle. If you're not holding onto the tool and you accidentally release it, it will fall out. almost certainly damaging your tool, possibly your part, and if your hand is in there, you as well. Anytime you're clamping a part in a vise or a fixture, you need to be 100% sure that it's clamped tight enough so it will not come out while you're cutting. Now that we've worked our way around the machine, let's talk about some good general safety practices. The first way to protect yourself is to wear the correct personal protective equipment, or PPEs. Every shop is different, but these are the most common pieces of equipment: safety glasses, hearing protection, and steel-toed boots. Be sure to follow the protective equipment policy laid out by your supervisor. Now, obviously, you always want to wear safety glasses when you're blowing off parts. But you should also wear your glasses even when the machine doors are closed. In fact, most shops require you to wear your safety glasses at all times. Now, speaking of the air gun, the air in a machine tool is at an extremely high pressure. Never point it at your face. The pressure can cause serious damage to eyes or ears. Lastly, somewhere in your shop, there is probably a binder a lot like this one. The Material Safety Data Sheets, or MSDS, contain all the safety information for each type of material used in your shop, from cleaning supplies to the coolant in your machine. The one element in the shop that causes the most accidents is housekeeping. Slips, trips, and spills are not as dramatic as machine-related injuries, but they are far more common. Always put away tools when you're done with them. Clean any chips or spills every day and remove obstacles from your work area. CNC machines are designed with operator safety in mind. Paying attention to the machine, your surroundings, and remembering the topics we covered here will greatly reduce any risks associated with working on a machine. Thanks for watching.